The fun thing about babies is that when they're done with food, they just throw it on the floor. So you're gonna want this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda, right next to the high chair where Theo Von Panda sits, and the floor is pretty clean right now. I've cleaned it up. But one of the things that happens all the time, as you know, is when a kid is done with their food, they just start dropping it on the floor. They may drop it on the floor inadvertently, but obviously some of the food is gonna go on the floor. And I picked up this. This is a mat that goes under a high chair, and it should make it a lot easier to clean up the food, you know, at least locate it. Sometimes it's hard to see on the ground. Sometimes, like in my case, I have some stone. Maybe you have carpet, which is even worse. Maybe you have hardwood. You don't want the food getting in the cracks. So something like this is gonna protect your floor from the food. But also, I think being underneath the high chair, it's going to prevent the floor from getting beat up by the high chair itself. So let's go ahead and open this up and check it out. All right, so it comes sealed like this. I don't know that you'll worry about the color too much because it's just supposed to protect the floor, but I'll cut this open, pull this out. Now we have the mat itself. And in terms of material, it's actually like a nylon. I was wondering if it'd be like a closed cell foam. But on this side here, on the underside, we have little like silicone dots. So I think that's gonna help keep it from slipping around too much. But then on this side, it's very much like almost like a tent material. You know, it's pretty thin nylon. It's got some edging here, but it's very light. And I bet this is going to be waterproof so that if something falls on, it's not going to soak through. Like I said, if anything, I think it's going to be easier to move the high chair. Just pick this up, dump all the food into the garbage can. Just wiping something like this up, I think is going to be a lot easier. So let's go ahead and put it under the high chair. All right, so there it is. It looks to me to be about 4 feet by 4 feet. So plenty of real estate to capture all the falling stuff from your baby. In fact, I kind of have it offset here so that I can sit close to the table. But, you know, I don't know, maybe your baby has a really good arm. Stuff might go flying a little bit further, but this is gonna make it so much easier to clean up everything, keep the floor protected, keep the floor from getting messy, but keep the floor from getting scratched up by the high chair itself. So if you have a baby that puts food on the floor, maybe you have that rare baby that doesn't do that, but if you do, I think you're going to like something like this that's inexpensive, obviously super easy to deploy. It's just gonna make your life a little bit easier and a little bit better. If you wanna pick this up, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.